Again, thank you everyone so much for joining tonight. I anticipate that we'll be finished in about 30 minutes or less. So again, just want to be good stewards of everyone's time, get you back to your families. Right. So first of all, I'm going to ask everyone if you can mute your microphone until you're ready to discuss. That helps with a little bit of the background noise that we might hear. So if you could all do that, I would really appreciate that. So again, welcome to Health Science 501. So this is week 2. I think everybody got your assignments in last week, which is really good. I know several of you are brand new to our program, brand new to CVU, so just really excited to see all your faces. I know Brenda has had several classes together, and let me see, I think, and Kayla. So again, just really excited to have you all here. We have a wonderful guest that I'll be introducing in just a minute, Melissa Sanchez, and she's actually an MCH graduate, so she was in your shoes a couple of years ago, and now she's here as our guest lecturer, which is really exciting. And and I invited Melissa because of her background and her current position, but also that's where you all can be, right, as health educators, whatever your goals might be. So just real quickly, I'm going to run down our list of attendees, and I would love if you could just briefly introduce yourself, just whatever you want to share. Where you are in our program, if you're brand new, if you're continuing, if you're working in public health, feel free to share that. If you're not, you can talk about your goals and where you kind of want to be with this degree. So I'm just going to go alphabetically down our list. If you wouldn't mind just sharing real quickly. So Ashley?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Hi, Ashley. Yes, I can hear you great. Oh, you just muted yourself, so unmute. There
okay. Can you hear me?
Perfect, yes.
Okay, yeah, so my name is Ashley Naylor. This is my first semester in the Masters of Public Health program, and I'm super excited. The funny thing is I just graduated from CVU with a Master's in Kinese, but it was on campus. So, yeah, I'm super excited about this program, and I'm just so happy that God has allowed me to continue school, and I'm just excited to see where God leads me after this degree.
I'm going to pick on you, but I'm always curious when students come from main campus, what made you want to do the switch to online? Because they have a great on-campus program as well. So why online?
So the reason why I chose online was because I'm now currently at home. And I thought it would actually be something different. I actually wasn't really sure. I had to let God tell me, right? I had to pray about it, and I was like, should I go online? Should I go on campus? I'm unsure. So what God ended up saying is you can stay home and do this online time. So it's completely different than what I'm used to.
Yeah, it's great. It's so flexible. I'm a little bit biased, right, because I teach online, but so flexible to your schedule. You can be doing classes. We have one of our classmates who's not with us because she's a firefighter up north. A 9/11 is so, it just brings me, my husband's a police officer, so it brings me chills to kind of think about our first responders. So we'll have to be praying for Danielle. But again, it's so flexible with your schedule. Like you said, you can do it from home, a coffee shop, wherever you might, wherever you happen to be. So welcome, Ashley. Really excited to have you.
Thank you.
Okay, Brenda, if you just want to give us a quick introduction.
Okay, can you guys hear me? I wasn't sure. Okay, so my name is Brenda. I'm actually kind of midway through the program because I had already started previously. I had started on campus, but I had to take a break. I took a break for almost 2 years, so I barely started back in January. So now I'm like halfway through. So hopefully I'll be done by next year.
Great, welcome. Welcome back. Hassan? And if you're there, I can't hear you. Okay, we're going to come back to Hassan. Heather?
Hi, I'm Heather. You can hear me fine? Oh, okay. This is my first
semester in the class, I guess. I did the summer, but nothing crazy. Um, I kind of like school a lot, a little too much, and I'm like overwhelming myself with it. But my long-term goals are just to keep going to school so that I want to keep going to school. And they're boring, a little boring, so it's just a future example to just stick with it.
Great. Well, welcome, and thanks for joining us. Jennifer?
Hello, everyone. Can everyone hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. My name is Jennifer Maya, and
Interprofessional.
this is my first semester. My
Where did you find this? Where? Where did you find this?
One of my first courses, my master's in
Harley.
and I'm very excited. I just graduated April 30th, with my degree.
She's gonna get you.
Um, I
Your internet's kind of going in and out. I don't know if it's just me. I think your internet was going out a little bit. So I hate to cut you off, but I can't hear you anymore. But we're really super happy to have you. And we'll be chatting so much more throughout the class. And I know all of us will in groups as well. So we're going to move on to Jovan. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly.
Yeah, hello?
Hi, did I say your name right?
Yeah, that's right, Jovan.
Jovan, welcome.
My name is Jovan Sanchez. It's my first semester here at CBU. I'm starting off, it's my first class, starting off here at the MPH program online. I thought online would be a good alternative than going in a traditional setting, just because of time and just distance constraints. It was just better and a little bit more efficient for me, I think, to learn this way. So I'm happy to be here.
Great, welcome. We're happy to have you. Kayla, if you can talk to us, if you stopped driving.
I did stop driving. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm Keela.
Keila.
This is my first course in the master's program. I actually did undergrad in the ops program as well, and it just was a good fit for me because I have a whole bunch of kids. I have 4 actually, and I just loved the ops experience the first time, even though I was in trad before I got into ops in undergrad, and now I'm just like, I just want to continue on because I love those learning style. So that's about it.
Wonderful, thank you. Thanks so much for joining us. And then we have another bachelor's alumni, Melissa Rada, who's joining us. So hi, Melissa.
Hi, Dr. Bonome. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you great.
Okay, perfect.
Hi, everybody. I am actually visiting my parents at Ocean Beach right now. They got a little beach rental, so excuse the craziness. See a little kid running in the background, German Shepherd. There's a lot going on today. But yes, I am a student that completed the bachelor's program, and it was such an amazing program. And Dr. Bonome was so amazing that I decided to come back and get my master's degree. I really didn't think I would be doing this, but it just felt like the right time, even though work is crazy. I'm working full time, family life is crazy, but I'm very happy to be here and happy to join you all.
Thanks. Well, we're happy to have you. And I paid her to tell you all newbies that I'm really great. Okay. So I'm going to try to share my, I just made a very quick PowerPoint, not very professional. We did this quick, but let's see. Can you all see my PowerPoint screen? Okay, great. And then again, I'm going to ask you to mute yourselves until we're ready to speak again. So again, for this class, what
has joined the meeting.
Is an interprofessional collaboration project. And some of you mentioned that you're new to the program. And, distance learning is wonderful because you can all work on your own pace, work around the kids' schedules and the crazy sports schedules and work. But part of it is that we don't get to collaborate with classmates one another. You can usually go through an entire program without meeting a single classmate, whether it's virtual or face-to-face. So, we wanted to change that, and also we wanted to give you opportunities to work with other professionals in the community who are working in the field too. So our project, let me just, hopefully you've all gone through my videos and my feedback, my videos and the instructions that are in Blackboard. But here in week 2, so all of you who joined in this meeting, for those of the group members who weren't able to join, again, they can see this recording or you can all share notes with them. That would be great. So in the homework assignment for week 2 that's due on Sunday is that the group, so as one group, there should be about 4 or 5 group members, and hopefully everybody knows what group that they're in. But the group will submit one assignment for homework number 1, and that's just going to be a very brief 1 to 2 page kind of brainstorming on, I'm going to give you some patient information. Everybody is working with the same patient. So on the type of preventive care, the type of primary care, we're actually looking at pregnant patients. So the type of prenatal care, health education, community resources, things like that you would recommend for the patient. So just a brief 1 to 2 page kind of brainstorming what you're going to submit in week 2. That's your only assignment this week. So I really encourage you all, once we're done with this meeting, to get together, kind of brainstorm whether you're all group texting, receiving emails, working off a document on Google Docs. Just really start working on it. And what's due in week 4 in 2 weeks is going to be a presentation. So think about how you would present if you were in front of a classroom. You may do a PowerPoint presentation like this and record your voiceover on it, like I do some of my lectures. But you're going to create a presentation on you're going to introduce your patient and again discuss how you would the type of healthcare access that you are recommending for your patient. Along with that, you're going to need some academic references that goes along. Of course, you can't just say she needs prenatal care. We need to know why, how, where she's going to obtain it, and what the research says about that, just as an example. Okay, so without further ado, I want to introduce Melissa. Melissa Sanchez is a recent graduate. She graduated last year, last fall from our MPH program. And Melissa, if you just want to hop on, Melissa Sanchez, I saw your pop up, and introduce yourself. Let us know what you're up to, what your position now at Arrowhead. We would love to hear from you. So thanks again for joining us.
Hi, thank you for having me. Again, my name is Melissa Sanchez. I am a health education specialist for Arrowhead Regional Medical Center, and I work in their primary care clinic. So we look at patients basically from 18 years and older. A couple of my duties that I do there is I gather all the information for our patient satisfaction surveys, and I disperse that to our clinic and our supervisors. I also gather any kind of joint commission audits. I make sure that we're up to date on making sure that we have our hand hygiene in place, as well as physician timeout. So before procedure, physicians and providers are supposed to be talking about the procedure before they go on. That gives the patient time to ask questions and get more information on any kind of procedure or item that they have questions on. I also provide any kind of educational information to our clinic staff, which is mainly our care assistants. So it's about a staff of 12. And I also engage and kind of make sure that the patients are okay in the lobby. If they have any questions, I go ahead and help them. So it's customer service as well. A lot of my duties is kind of you want to be compassionate and just kind of a resource to that patient. So that's my new position. I also came from a public health background. I used to work with Riverside University Health System in the public health department. My focus in there was injury prevention services, and I created a community tool using my background in child passenger safety. So that's also part of my background. And with all that experience, I also was able to attend the APHA conference in 2018. So that was a great experience as well.
Great. Most one of our star students, so alumni now. So thanks so much for joining us. So we're going to be working hand in hand with Melissa. She'll be viewing all of our group presentations, giving us feedback as well. So let's move on to our patient. So here is our patient, and I'll be emailing each all of the students this just very short PowerPoint. So you have all of this patient information, but I just kind of wanted to go through it together. So we're working with a 22-year-old female. I guess she can be Caucasian. Okay, 22-year-old female. She's currently 16 weeks pregnant and just discovered that she is pregnant. She does not have any health insurance. She lives in a rural area, so she doesn't have transportation to healthcare facilities. She is a smoker. She stopped smoking a week ago when she did discover that she was pregnant. She has no history of alcohol. She has a BMI of 36, which puts her into the obese category. So that's going to be one of those components that you're really going to want to be looking at, and also providing some health education and how that may potentially affect pregnancy as well as postpartum and infant stats as well. So you're going to want to look at that. She has told us that she eats fast food about 5 to 7 times a week. So again, looking into health education, nutrition education is going to be really important for this patient. So here are some things to think about. This is not an all-inclusive list by any means. It's just some notes that I jotted down. So you'll want to think about how to get potential coverage for mom. Remember, she currently doesn't have health insurance, and we're, I think most of us live in California, but we're assuming that our patient is in California. So that might help with some insurance and things like that you all are researching. So you want to look at potential coverage for mom. Obviously, as a pregnant woman, she is eligible for certain medical coverages. So look into that. How to get her prenatal care scheduled for appointments. Also, you'll want to look at not just the clinical prenatal care, but you'll want to also look at health education. So, for example, breastfeeding education, natural childbirth classes, things like that. So, health education for the mom. How we can get her certain equipment that she may need, such as a breast pump. It is now something that's provided with the ACA, so looking into things like that as well. Briefly, you'll also want to look at health coverage for the infant. So how can we get health coverage for this infant once he or she is born? And then also helping the mom out because she does have some financial constraints, getting a proper car seat for her, potentially diapers, formula, any nutritional needs and things like that that mom may need once baby comes. So those are just some things to think about. I thought of Melissa because she used to work for Riverside University Health Systems, and she was instrumental in providing car restraint safety information. So you'll also want to look at that. Really important for especially new moms who don't know how to properly install car seats. Accessing a car seat if you don't have money to purchase a car seat, the types of car seats, front, forward facing, rear facing, things like that. So again, this is not an all-inclusive list, but just things to think about as we're thinking about coverage for mom. And again, the health education regarding nutrition, helping her access healthier foods, getting her moving. The exercise is really important during pregnancy. So those are the kinds of things that you'll need to be thinking about for our patient, and that's what you'll kind of be brainstorming on. If you want to submit like an outline or brainstorm, just brainstorming notes this week, that's fine. I don't expect you to turn in a large essay. Again, 1 to 2 pages of brainstorming, and then in week 4 is when you're going to submit your presentation. Okay, what questions do you all have on what I just explained to you? Anybody? Speak now.
This is Melissa Sanchez again. I also want to just kind of mention too, look at the resources out there. There's a ton of resources. I had mentioned before, and Dr. Bonome had mentioned, I worked with the car seat program for Riverside University Health System. So that's more for Riverside County. But San Bernardino County, their public health also has the same program for low-income families that they can go ahead, and it's through the WIC income levels. So if they qualify for WIC, they most likely will qualify for the car seat, and usually they pay a small fee of $25 to $35, and then they'll take the class and so on and so forth. And IEHP has great resources as well. They have classes for breastfeeding, just different exercising classes. So after she gives birth. Even Arrowhead Regional Medical Center, they have great resources. From what I can recall, our labor and delivery, they have a tour that they go ahead and will bring in families that are expecting, and they actually get. The last time I talked to the department, it was a pack and play, and one other item, and I can't recall what it is. And then our rooms are all upgraded from previous years. So they're all brand new, and we have a great staff helping out as well. So just kind of think about, either hospital needs and then outside resources to help this patient.
Thank you so much. It's so helpful. And also, if you, you'll all need to do some researching, what's available in the community. You can call clinics, hospitals, organizations. IEHP is a great example as well, and see what type of resources that they have for you and for this patient. Okay, I think we had a couple people join after I got started. Ramel, I saw your name being one of them. Hopefully you're still with us. We started off by giving just a brief introduction. Do you want us to do that for us real quick before we adjourn?
Sure, why not? Hi, I'm Ramel. I'm first-year grad student, and I do this on top of teaching full-time as well. So that's about it.
Great. Well, welcome, and thanks for joining. Sorry I picked on you, but everybody else did their introductions before we started. So did I miss anybody? Anyone else who joined? Okay.
Yeah, My name is Asant, and this is my first time too. And I was kind of late because I wasn't used to this camera and everything. So I was trying to figure that out. I even had to call from my phone. So, yeah, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Anything I was supposed to say specific?
No, just that. Just whatever you want to share about yourself. Glad you could join us, and I'm glad you figured out WebEx. We use it often, so it is a little bit of a challenge. But glad I can see you. I love seeing everyone's face. It really helps me to remember you, because sometimes I'll go through an entire program, honestly, not even knowing if you're male or female because I've never seen you before. So just really love interacting and seeing our patients. So, I'm sorry, our students. So thank you for that. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody else. Again, I did record this, so you will all have access to it once my video gets uploaded. I will share it. I'll share this PowerPoint. It was really short, but it just has some of that information on it. And hopefully you all know what groups you are in and your expectations for the week. So work together. We're not all, I'm a teenager who has issues in high school, right? So we're all adults, so work together, collaborate, communicate, pull your weight. I know that everybody will do great, and it's just an opportunity to get to know one another too. Several of you are brand new in the program, which means that you, depending on if you're full-time or part-time, you will likely be in most of these classes together. Again, based on if you're full-time or part-time, what your schedule is. So just reach out to one another. We're all in this together. I am more than happy to answer any questions. If you, it seems like most people are working full-time. I can have these WebEx meetings with you in the evening if you have any questions on this course. I'm also the department chair, so if you have any course issues, faculty questions, things like that, I'm just happy to communicate with you. So make sure you reach out to me. So I will share all this info, hopefully what your expectations for this week, for week 2 and week 4 are clear. And other than that, 30 minutes is what I said, and we're just about there. So any last minute questions anybody might have?
It's just a proposed plan, like typed up for the patient.
Yeah, so for week 2, what's due by this coming Sunday is just brainstorming, right? So you can summarize a little bit about what we talked about here, about your patient. You can brainstorm and write. A proposed plan is a great way to think about it. What type of coverage you think this patient is going to need, what type of access. You will obviously not, or you'll likely not be completed with all of your research. So you can say, Heather plans on calling IHP to find out about their exercise classes, and Hassan is going to do X, Y, Z because those are his tasks. And, and Melissa is going to look into, income requirements for getting the patient on WIC and getting her some diapers and formula. So just kind of a plan of what you plan to do for this patient. Week 4, you'll be presenting that more professionally in a presentation form. But all I expect for you to turn in, again, in week 2 is 1 to 2 pages. You'll turn in 1 document for the entire group. So make sure that everyone's looked at it or, proofread it, that kind of thing. You'll turn in one person will turn in the document on behalf of the group. And then again, week 4 is where that more in detail presentation will come about. So thank you for asking.
Is the patient assigned to any particular county, or is it just in Southern California?
No, just California, so feel free to pick a county amongst yourselves.
Okay.
Agree upon a county. I said rural, just to make you all think about access to transportation and access to care. But again, feel free to, the county, the specific location is up to you, but all 3 groups are using the same patient.
Okay.
Is the patient history complete? So according to the patient info, that's everything we need to know about her? There's no history of diabetes or hyperthyroidism or anything?
That's up to you. You can give her any past medical history. All I provided for you was the BMI. So so it's very likely, right, that she does have other presenting factors that you just mentioned, Ramel. So feel free to give her other health conditions, or in the preventative aspect, maybe, in order to, we're thinking about gestational diabetes for the patient. What are some preventative care that we can take in that aspect, providing her nutritional education, things like that. So that's the only information I provided you. Anything more specific to that, feel free to come up with that on your own as a group. Okay, thank you for asking. All right, and if you have any other questions, please feel free to email me. I work best on my email. It's probably my quickest way to get back to me. If you would have one person from your group email me your questions, I would really appreciate it so I don't get 5 of the same questions being asked. But again, thank you so much for joining. I think this is fun. I don't know about you because I just really like interacting and seeing every one of you and speaking with you, but don't worry, we don't do it too often. So thanks for joining. Have a great evening. I'll be sending you out some information. The video takes a little bit to load. But have a great night, and again, reach out to me if I can provide any other information. And Melissa, thank you again so much for joining us, and we look forward to working with you more throughout the next couple weeks.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, thanks everybody. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Over here.